It's a great fight between two heavy punchers, both dangerous, and I make it a 70-30 fight.
Pro boxing fans, Gareth A Davies. You're alright, mate. All right. How you doing? How's things?
Put that on your show.
Let me just get that high kick again.
Ready?
Come on, Gareth. You're crazy. All right. Right, Gareth A Davies.
That's it.
Let's talk about this, man. We're back in London for a big card. Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. First of all, how are you? How's things?
Well, as you can see, clearly I can still get my right leg over. I'm very well. 58 going on 59, roasting in here today. Very excited about the announcement. Brilliant that Riyadh Season are bringing an enormous event here to Wembley Stadium. I expect there'll be 90,000 people. Can't wait to see Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois fight. Enough jeopardy to make it fascinating. Dubois got better, Joshua's got better in his third coming, and hi buddy. Hi there, how you doing?
Hey.
And it's a great, I don't know the full undercard yet. This won't go out till after the press conference, will it? Really pleased to see Liam Smith and Josh Kelly at middleweight. Anthony Kakachi and who's it going to be?
Warrington.
And Warrington, yes, of course. Hamza Shiraz and Tyler Denny. Boatsi and Hutchinson. I don't know any of the others, but what a great card. It's going to sell out Wembley. It's going to be a balmy night. It'll be a fight an hour, over 5 hours probably. You know, brilliant stuff. Great to be here. Always a big occasion. We're running late, as ever. This is boxing, and it's great to be here.
Let's talk about the main event, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. Talk to me about this. Did you ever envisage Daniel Dubois to get to the stage where he was going to fight a Joshua Tyson Fury at Wembley in front of 90,000 people?
Well, there's no Tyson Fury for him yet. I don't know if that will happen, but the big travesty, before I talk about Joshua and Dubois, is that if Joshua never gets to fight Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, it's a tragedy for him in his career, and it's a travesty for this era of heavyweight boxing. But yeah, I did think Dubois would get there. I wasn't someone that ever called him a quitter. People react differently to pain. In that fight against Joe Joyce, he lived to fight another day. I had this conversation with Barry Jones, the former world champion, the other day. He said, no guy, you can't do that. I'm a boxer, I know. Yeah, he does. But look what Daniel Dubois has proven. He's not a quitter. He's come back from his losses, and he's come back and he's learnt. He learnt from his fight against Usyk to put his pedal to the metal when someone else is in trouble. He should have jumped all over Usyk in that fight in Poland. I was there that night with TalkSport and the Telegraph. He learnt from the fight against Jarrell Miller to up the pace after 7 rounds. He learnt against Hrgovic that he can come through a tunnel of right hands. Can't afford that against Joshua, in my view. Different styles, different fighters, of course. But he's learnt and learnt. You can't doubt anyone for stepping in the ring. You can't doubt anyone's process and progress, and that's what he's made. We know what he's had from a very young age. Real power about him. It's a bit like Mo Zatauma at the moment. Look how early he is in his career, but he's got something. That's why I always refer to him as the Takeover, because there's an element of him that he carries that he looks like the Takeover. Enough?
I do want to ask you though, there's been a mental battle for both fighters. When Daniel Dubois lost to Joe Joyce, a lot of people were saying, look, he quit. There's certain ex-fighters, pundits saying that maybe he quit that fight. Daniel Dubois had to sort of overcome steps. You talked about the Usyk fight, and now he seems to be on this uphill. Anthony Joshua's the same. You know, he lost to Ruiz. It seemed like the whole of the UK was against him at one point, and he's mentally in a very better place. Do you feel like we're seeing both fighters at their mental peak now, and we're going to get the best fight from both fighters?
Look, this is heavyweight boxing. This is heavyweight boxing. A single punch can change it. It can change it in any division, but particularly in heavyweight boxing, force is applied by speed, power and weight. That's the key thing. These are the biggest, warriors on the planet. These are the tribe's biggest warriors, and I say that tribes respectfully, be it whatever tribe, whatever DNA one comes from. Daniel Dubois, as we say, has come back. Anthony Joshua was a bit undone by technical punches by Andy Ruiz, by overreaching himself, by getting greedy in a fight in which he was beating Ruiz up, in which he knocked him down. He got greedy. It was a learning experience. 2 years earlier, he'd done the same here. We're in the shadow of Wembley Stadium right now. He'd done exactly the same here. He knocked Klitschko down in the 5th round, celebrated, walked away with his arms in the air. He was down on the ground a couple of rounds later, but he learned from it. He's learnt as well. He's learnt that he can't beat Usyk technically at the moment, even though I'd love to see him in a third fight with Usyk. He's learnt that he can knock people out that Fury couldn't knock out, in terms of Otto Wallin and Francis Ngannou. So he's flying high mentally. It's all about in here as well as in here, and the footwork. It's a great fight. Two guys. This ain't going 12 rounds in my view. It's a great fight between two heavy punchers, both dangerous, and I make it a 70-30 fight for Anthony Joshua.
Final one before I let you go. I do want to talk about Tyson Fury. He has done his first public interview, and that was with Ferocity. And in there he said that, listen, he felt like it was so easy for him at times. He felt like he won the fight, which you expect him to say because it was quite a close fight. And he said, in the rematch, I feel like I won't get the decision, so I have to knock Usyk out.
I don't agree with that. He can win a decision. He should believe he can win a decision. It was a very close fight. In my view, it was 114, 113 to Usyk, in my view. I don't see how you score it for Fury, even though there were a couple of swing rounds. But I thought it was a very close fight. Usyk the first round, Fury the next 5, Usyk 7-8, 10-8 in the 9th, 10 and 11, and then Fury the 12th. So I think it's 6 each with that 10-8 round for Usyk in the 9th. Very, very close fight. There's enough. I want to hear Fury confident. He can take away enough from those first 6-7 rounds to go, yeah, I can beat that guy. He's got to sustain it. He's got to be aggressive. I think he's got to go, again, pedal to the metal earlier in the fight. Be very aggressive. Try and out muscle Usyk. We know what Usyk's not going to change his habits that much. He's going to press the space and go 1-2-3, 1-2-3, which he did. So I love Fury's confidence coming into the second fight. He's got to feel like that. But overall, can't wait to see that fight in December. The big travesty, as I say, if Fury does lose that, will we see that Joshua fight ever? If Joshua loses, he's got to rebuild. As I say, I see it as a 70-30, and that means 3 times out of 10, Daniel Dubois does beat Anthony Joshua. But I've been with both men today, and I love the confidence of both.
Gareth, always a pleasure. I think they're all going to start the press conference, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you.
That